Hello and welcome to my compilation show. This is where I get a chance to show you my best bits, as well as some previously unseen material. Best bits sounds like I'm going to show you my nipples and stuff like that. I won't, but I really hope you enjoy it.
Do you see Bill Clinton talking about his penis surgery?
I have to admit I am stunned by the results. There has been an 88% reduction.
Why the reduction? Jeremy?
Literally shagged out, I suppose.
I'll tell you what, it's easy to get lost in the White House.
Tonight, after nearly 100 years of thought and frustration.
So, the election campaign has finally kicked off. I tell you, people will do anything to get out talking about it.
Who do you trust to get a bit more out of the public sector when there's not so much money around, Labour or the Tories?
Oh, Labour. Oh, it's our buzz. We've been waiting for that.
Did anyone see Adam Bolton's Jedward joke? It absolutely died.
I don't think any of the leaders would necessarily want to be compared to the Jedwards. And if you are watching that debate tonight...
I don't know what's been going on. The reporters have been in a funny mood. If you look closely, Dermot Murnaghan appears to be giving someone to his left a hand job.
Britain's entire airspace shut down for the first time in living memory.
To be honest, though, everyone does that on telly. Right, mate? All right, Steve. Last week, TV history was made.
It is the first time in a British election campaign that the contenders for the post of Prime Minister have agreed to a televised debate.
Did you watch it? Was it me? Or were Cameron and Clegg having a battle to see who was the most widely travelled?
I was in Plymouth recently. I met a young man in London the other day. I went to a Hull police station the other day. I was at in a hospital. I've been to Afghanistan. And yet I was in Burnley, China, Sweden, Crosby, Canada, Iran, Australia. I even went to a drug rehab recently.
Bloody rehab, Clegg, deal with that. And when they weren't doing that, they were just doodling.
3,000 more police officers on the streets. The risk to the economy is Labour's proposal of a jobs tax. I think we should all be so much tough talk from different governments of different parties for so long.
We've obviously got hold of their notepads. This is Gordon Brown's. Cameron was just fantasising. And Clegg, well... he was just drawing himself. Now, I'm going to have to swallow humble pie. For the past 2 weeks, I've been taking the mickey, and suddenly he's come from nowhere to be a major part of the election. In fact, some papers are actually calling him the British Barack Obama. Sorry.
Mr. Long-Legged Cleggy Weggy.
Do you know who I feel sorry for at the debate? The people who have to judge it.
Each person was given an electronic voting pad with keys numbered 1 to 5. They pressed 5 if they loved what they heard, 1 if they hated it. And the result, as you can see, is this on-screen worm.
They lock people in a room and make them twist dials. You get so bored. If I had the dials, the worm would look like this.
And I ask people right throughout society to take responsibility. But you can't run the health service on a do-it-yourself principle. You've got to finance it properly. And I just ask you, why is it wanting to cut off? Why is it wanting to cut off?
We have a culture of jobs for life in politics. There are hundreds and hundreds of MPs from the Conservative Party, from the Labour Party, from the old parties, who basically know that all they need to do every 4 or 5 years is get the vote of 27% of people in their community.
The debate itself was quite dry, although at one stage Cameron got really pervy.
And we need to grip it very, very hard.
Do you like to grip it hard?
You're damn right I do.
Gordon! He had no time for such filth. He was too busy pretending to be David Gray. Brown struggled in the debates. Do you know why? Because he smiled. His smile is so unnatural. Every time he does it, a fairy dies.
They are not ready for government because they have not thought through their policies. But it's up to the people to decide, and it's your decision.
have been reports of bears in people's gardens.
The black bear was roaming through Tina Marison's backyard.
The operator said, "What is your emergency?" And I said, "You're not going to believe this, but they're in my woods here," and she says there's a black bear.
The best thing about this story is how they convey the sheer terror of seeing a black bear in your garden.
This recreation identifies how witnesses say the bear escaped into the woods.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? He can even climb trees.
Black bears can be on the ground or can climb in trees.
This is so brilliantly shit. Mind you, it isn't just in America that animals have gone wild. Even here in Britain, we're under siege.
It sort of jumps up at people and tries to peck them.
Chasing people with dogs if they're walking along the street.
A ghost feel with its beak and its claws.
Oh my God! What kind of beast is this?
For weeks now, a rogue pheasant's been terrorising the people of Newsham.
Terrorising? What's he doing? Throwing his eggs at him. You looking at my plumage, Bender?
He just kept coming back at me and pecking at me. I mean, it took a bite out of this leg.
He had a knife! He had a knife! He was probably on drugs! Whack him back here! I shouldn't really joke. I saw one in my garden last week. What's been happening here in the UK? A policeman has stolen a Henry Hoover during a drugs bust. I can't wait to see this on Crime Watch. Just a blacked out Henry. It was awful. He made me have a threesome with a Dyson. Maybe the cop was trying to rescue Henry from the squalor of a drugs den. Then again, maybe Henry loved it.
I was gonna clean my room until I got high.
Now, leprechauns in Northern Ireland have been granted heritage status by Europe. Plants, wild animals and leprechauns, i.e. little people, are protected in this area.
Protected leprechauns. Are the leprechauns going, "You touch me, you'll be in jail"? And nobody wants to be in prison for touching a little person. Apparently the leprechauns are celebrating by going to Alton Towers. Unfortunately, they can't go on any of the rides.
You can probably pick out lots of families coming back down from these Cooley Mountains just above Carlingford to my left. They've been in a national leprechaun hunt.
Why? Are they like foxes? Plus people go, "You should hear them shagging against my bins. It's all bejesus and begorra and feck and potato and Guinness and Dara O'Brien." Let's be honest, that is one hunt you'd kill to go on. You could capture them by using the ginger one from Girls Aloud as bait. Slow, my tiny pretties. Run, run, baby, run, run. That's my impression of that's the Sugar Babes. 1 second, what do they sing? It's the sound of the... And you've captured some leprechauns. But how are they going to show a leprechaun on the news? Adam Bolton hates his cameraman.
See that man there? He's a real a-hole.
Why is Peter Mandelson so pleased with his new secretary?
Much tighter. Much tighter.
Oh, I love the Grand National. It's one of the few days of the year when you get to feel like a real man, isn't it? I'm going down to bookies to put some money on an horse. Then I'm going to come back and make you pregnant. That's right. You're dealing with a real man. And then you get into the bookies and it's absolutely terrifying, isn't it? Huge men. Made to look even bigger because they're holding tiny pens. The pens are like that. I should be working in Argos! It's terrifying. You're surrounded by these Goliaths. And what you do, you try and put on a manly voice, but all that topples out of your mouth. Good day, sir. I'm here to put some money on a horsey-worsey. Do you want it each way? Ooh, do the horses come back? Now, Did you see Ladies' Day? You've never seen so much fake tan in your life. Look at that. No wonder the horses wear blinkers. I bet the jockeys are like that. Don't look, lad. It's like morph in a boob tube. Talking of the jockeys, could anybody understand a word they said?
So she took a bit of a chance of going with him, but I said I better go with the devil, you know, then...
Hey?
You know, a lot of them, the novices had been to Cheltenham and size in Europe wasn't coming and someone was running the 2.5, so why not have a go at the grade 1?
No idea. I think this next one's on heat.
How does it make you feel thinking you've got a chance of actually going out there and win the race?
Hopefully I'll be able to say it's better than text me.
You heard him. He said, yes, sure. For me, let's be honest, the best thing about the National is when you see a horse riding on its own.
Vic Venturi can play on time. Just in behind him, Stadium still there as well.
I love that bit, because you just imagine them at the end. I've won! Tony! Tony! I knew we should have used sellotape! Anybody seen Tony? Hey, well, I am glad I didn't go to this school.
School children between 10 and 14 years in Surat were forced to walk on broken glass pieces and burning coal. All this was done with the school administration's permission. The school administration aid was a scientific experiment to boost self-confidence among the children.
They're making kids walk on broken glass and hot coals to boost their confidence. Yeah, that'll work, won't it? I'm a confident little man. Poor sods. Then again, maybe the kids loved it. Before they walked on the hot coals, they popped a couple of beef burgers under their feet. Although it's India, so I doubt they were beef. Imagine the cows in the field. Smells like somebody's burning us. I thought we were sacred. The other cow would be like, why are you speaking in that accent? This story's a little bit safer because I was on telly and people normally get freaked out. Never sell your culture down the river, Sandy. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm doing the voice. Nobody finds this awkward at all, do you? Well, you sound a little bit Welsh. No, I don't sound Welsh. I'm an Indian cow and there's no problem with that. Why are your hands like that? I don't know why my hands. Just finish the joke and get out of my face.
A female motorist has had an amazing escape after her car became attached to a truck's bumper.
It was unbelievable. Did you see the mobile phone footage? It's unbelievable. This is the A1 in Yorkshire. Incredibly, nobody was hurt. Even more incredibly, I've actually got footage from inside the lorry. I joke, of course. Now, there's been loads of bizarre stories this week. Have you seen what the National Trust have been up to?
So proud are they of their fresh air here at the Stourhead estate in Wiltshire, the National Trust has gathered hundreds of jars of the stuff and taken it up to London to impress the stressed-out city population.
They're giving away jars of country air to stressed city workers. I'd love to see that. Country air. Incest. Casual racism. Talking. Have you seen the experts discussing it? If you look closely, I think she might be sniffing her hair.
You can smell spring and summer coming through in here, and it's just a very peaceful place.
What I don't get, how can you relieve stress with a jar of air?